Hi everyone, welcome back. Today we are going to dive into a very interesting topic covered in Form 2, a topic on salts. A salt is an ionic compound formed when the hydrogen ions in an acid are replaced by metal or ammonium ions. Names of salts are derived from the metal or ammonium radical and the acid radical from which they are formed. From the name of the salt you can tell the acid that was used because hydrochloric acid always gives chlorides. Nitric acid always gives nitrates. Sulfuric acid always gives sulfates. Carbonic acid always gives carbonates. Ethanoic acid always gives ethanoates. Phosphoric acid always gives phosphates. Types of salts. Normal salts. All replaceable hydrogen ions are substituted, e.g. sodium chloride. Acid salts. Only part of the hydrogen ions are replaced, e.g. sodium hydrogen sulfate. Basic salts contain hydroxide ions, e.g. magnesium hydroxide Cl. Double salts formed from two different salts crystallizing together. Salts that dissolve in water are said to be soluble salts, while those that do not dissolve in water are insoluble salts. The method chosen for preparing a particular salt depends on solubility of the salt in water. There are several methods of preparing salts. Soluble salts can be prepared by any of the following methods. Action of an acid on a metal. Action of an acid on an insoluble base, metal oxide or hydroxide. Action of an acid on an insoluble carbonate. Action of an acid on an alkali. An alkali is a soluble base in water. Let's now turn to the preparation of insoluble salts by precipitation. Precipitation reactions take place when two soluble salts are mixed to form an insoluble salt. A precipitation reaction occurs when two solutions containing soluble salts are mixed, and an insoluble salt, the precipitate, forms. Let's take an example of a reaction between lead nitrate and sodium sulfate. Both are soluble salts, and when reacted they exchange their ions to give both lead sulfate and sodium nitrate respectively. Lead sulfate is the insoluble salt in this case. We cannot talk about precipitation reactions without looking at ionic equations. This is a special type of equation that shows only the ions directly involved in a chemical reaction. The spectator ions which remain unchanged are excluded when writing the ionic equation. Steps to write ionic equations are as follows. Write the balanced chemical equation. Split all aqueous compounds into ions. Identify and cancel out spectator ions. Write the net ionic equation. Let's consider a reaction between sodium carbonate and barium chloride. First, write the balanced chemical equation. Split all aqueous compounds into ions. Identify and cancel out spectator ions, and finally write the net ionic equation. Always check solubility rules to know which compounds dissociate. Remember, solids, liquids, and gases are not split into ions. And that's all for today on salts. See you next time, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.